Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you an example of. Let me give you an example of why you should be self-governed, of why you should dictate what is right for you. Okay, what is appropriate for you. You must self-govern yourself. That's all. That's the core meaning, believe it or not, of the word anarchy. They make you think that anarchy means lawlessness. Anarchy doesn't mean lawlessness. Anarchy means you don't need vile motherfuckers who call themselves governments telling you like you don't know what is right and wrong. What is right and wrong? When they doing more wrong and evil than you could ever have done in 10 lifetimes. The word itself, government, the word itself means governing the mental mind of the masses, which is controlling and manipulating the thought processes of a mass race of people called humanity. And notice I said race of people because there's no such thing as a white race. There's no such thing as a black race and all this stuff. Because white and black has no standing in law. Actually, the color white, actually, the word white really means black. Etymologically and logically, it does. That is why white ice cream that they call vanilla comes from a black extract. Yes, it does. But let me show you something. Why you should be self-governed and not let someone dictate how you conduct, the way you speak, the way you dress. And if your culture is dreadlocks and ragamuffin attire, flip flops, you hear me? No one should have the right to tell you that that isn't appropriate. Do you see how dumb it was for the lawmakers to even consider the possibility of making it against the law, making it illegal for us copper colored American natives, the indigenous people of this land, to grow dreadlocks? Illegal to have dreadlocks in schools, in public? Are you serious? Now let me show you. Check this out. Let me show y'all something right quick. Like, reason why I'm making this one right here because I don't want to fit to nobody's criteria. We are all grown adults. Hear me? Cuss words are just the same as any other word in the dictionary. Cuss words are not more evil, and the other words that are anti cuss words are not more holy than cuss words. They are all words. Okay, so I'm not going to let someone dictate how I bring the truth. No, I'm not going to sound politically correct. I'm not going to sound intelligent. I'm going to speak my native tongue, which they call Ebonics, but I'm speaking from my soul. Do you get the message? Okay. Um, they say some people will be turned away from my material content, right? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let me put this headphone back in. Some people will shun my material content and not even hear the truth because of my usage of what they call profanity. So you hear the word profanity, you automatically think of cuss words, do you not, right? But let me show you something. Let's look up the word profanity, which comes from, or it stems from the root word profane. Okay, so let's look up profane right quick. Let's look up this. Check this out. I'll show y'all something. Profanity, etymology, diction. I'm sorry. Profanity, etymology, definition. Do this
Could you
again.
say
I'm
that
sorry.
again?
Yes, I
I didn't
can.
quite hear you.
Sorry about that, Google. Profanity, etymology, definition.
Could you say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
Well, okay, hold on. I did. Profanity, etymology, definition. Maybe.
Could you say that again?
Hold on, let me
I
say the
didn't
head.
quite hear you.
Etymology, profanity, definition.
Could you say that?
Hold on. My bad, y'all. Just bear with me right quick. Because I just did this. Um, just doing a little research myself before, and which really inspired me to do this video. And I just did this. Let me try this again. Profanity, etymology, definition.
Could you say that
You
again? I didn't quite
motherfucker.
hear you.
You don't want to hear. Because the system is hearing me and don't want y'all to hear me. Because I just did it. Why in the world wouldn't Google hear me with the headphones in or with the headphones out? Let's try this again. Etymology, profanity, definition. Oh my God. Oh, y'all really finna make me type this shit? Seriously? Okay, well, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, because this doesn't make any sense why they're not hearing me through voice command. Okay, so check this out. Let's look up profanity, which I already told you comes from the word profane, right? Let's go etymology. You always want to look up the root word. Okay. The term profane originates from the classical Latin profanus, literally before, which means outside the temple. Pro in the word profane means being outside, and phantom in the word profane means being temple or sanctuary. So outside of the temple or sanctuary or outside of something holy, which is another way to say it is anti-holy or sacrilegious. It carried the meaning of either desecrating what is holy or what is secular purpose. That's the key word. As early as the 1450s. Okay, now, um, speaking truth, how is me using what you call cuss words is desecrating the truth? Because nothing is higher than truth. You can't reduce truth. You can't dilute truth. Well, they can and have by adding lies with the truth. You hear me? As an example of that is the Bible. You have half truths, you have full truths, and you have falsities mixed all in with allegory exegesis to convey a story, his story, which is really saying, when you hear the word his story, it is a curriculum designed by a group of people to give them the advantage and the privilege above the masses of people. The school education system is nothing more than a factory for mind control and indoctrinating the younger minds of our kids while the parents have been duped into going to work for money instead of tilling the earth. You're going into these factories, and while they got you distracted, thinking that this is civilization to make money to pay for something that should be free for all, like in the Daniel Boone time, or like in, let's go back further than that, like in our copper colored indigenous American native times before the European and the Mongoloid and the Siberian so called Indians came to these shores, and all of them are illegal aliens. Before they came, we had not teepees, we had villages and we had structures. Teepees was like what tents is. Teepees was what the hotel was when you go on a trip to go see other people. Along your travels, you build a teepee. Teepee was not the what we lived in as a colony of people, jackasses. Okay, now look, profanity, cuss words, not the same thing. Profanity is desecrating, according to them, desecrating something that's holy. Listen, why are you worried about me using cuss words in delivering a truth, but you are not worried about society scales being tilted to favor a collective group of people called European Caucasians, and this society itself, this system itself, is desecrating God's most holiest people of the earth, the First Nation people, us misnomer African American people who has the only collective pool of the old type blood. Everyone else has Neanderthal blood in them, including the damn Africans, who they say are the first people of civilization. Claiming Africa is the cradle of civilization when it's not. If Africa is the cradle of civilization, why is the Americas lit up with lights and power and utilities everywhere and not Africa? If Africa is the cradle of civilization, why do the African dialects sound like a sloppy rendition of our Ebonics American language? Not English. We ain't speak because we've been speaking this before the English even got here. Just like we've been smoking tobacco before they got here. And look who making all the profit off of tobacco smoking. The tobacco companies that's not owned by us, even though we created this hobby. We was already farming cotton before they got here. Make it make sense. You think they came over to so-called we misnomer to have been coming from a place called Africa, and it didn't wasn't called Africa. It wasn't even called Kerbulon either. Who like some people think that that's the first name of Africa before it was called Africa. And they think that it was called Africa after a white man whose last name was Africanus. No, get your history right. Stop letting people determine what you think and how you present and stand on your truth. Do not criticize my material content that I'm creating to deliver a truth passionately. in my proper nature, what's comfortable for me to deliver to you in the most purest way I can. The way my mother talked to me, the way we talk to our people, my family talk to each other. That's how I'm talking to y'all. You are grown as adults. Stop fucking complaining about your no, I didn't call you son. Your inability to properly accept something that's true. Most of y'all, when y'all hear some truth, what you do, you find something else to scratch the topic or the moment because you just don't agree with it. So when you don't agree with the truth I'm bringing to what you'll do is, oh, he's cussing. Why you cussing? You directing something. You miss that. You misdirecting the attention. Sit your grown ass, childish ass down and process and determine. The Bible says you discern. You must use discernment. Sit down and discern whether what I'm saying is truth or is it falsity. And if it is truth, you must do away with your false pretense of what you thought was true but was wrong, whether it was your fault for believing it or not. It doesn't matter. Adapt and keep it moving and shut the fuck up. Thank you.